The importance of public relations in both the private and public sectors cannot be overemphasized. This is because public relations helps an organization and its public adapt mutually to each other, while also proactively representing business, political, and other organizational concerns. In recognition of these vital roles played by public relations, a conference was recently organized for officers handling public relations functions for the Ministry of Education and related agencies, with the aim of rubbing minds intellectually and working towards achieving positive results in the state's education sector. The project director, Lagos Schools Online, Mr. Durotimi Adeboye, spoke on the theme Effective Education in Lagos State, Public Relations Imperative.
Policymakers sit down together, they decide on the policy direction for the education sector. When they do this, everybody walk away with their role. So do we to the public relations and media function. We walk away with our own role. Now, how well are we able to deliver on this role to support the overall vision of the policies of government in education? That's what we as professional colleagues will sit down here and under the tutelage of our senior colleagues look at it together and see how we contribute to the effective delivery of education in Lagos State from a pre-R function.
Representing the Commissioner of Information in Lagos State was Mr. Tuji, and was of the opinion that education is the best weapon to fight poverty of the mind and the belly.
As a member of a government that firmly believes in the supremacy of human resource in socio-economic development, we are always happy to identify with enterprising and innovative minds, such as those behind this program. I am particularly happy that the focus of this event is on education, which has been described as the best weapon to fight poverty of the mind and that of the belly. It knows public relations practitioners in public service and indeed elsewhere to give detailed information regularly to the public. Government policies, programs and activities in the education sector must be regularly reported, as well as the impact they have on the sector. Information dissemination is a cyclical process that is completed with feedback. Therefore, reactions of the public must also be effectively relayed to government. By so doing, both the government and stakeholders will remain on the same pedestal of ensuring educational advancement.
Mrs. Ebun Oladimeji, who represented the Lagos State Commissioner for Education, highlighted some of the quality of a public relations officer.
If we are going to be the PRO of the 21st century, we must do more than we are doing. As a PRO, you must be versatile enough that even when you are woken up at the end of the night, you be on top of what your ministry is doing. Educate yourself on so many things, to brush yourself up, to listen to those who read news and all that, so that when you get to gatherings, you know how to stand up and speak, boldly and with confidence. You don't know the gravity or the enormity of the work that you have. These are the things you need to appreciate yourself first and blow your trumpet, and be at the top of what your agencies are doing.
The Director, Press and Public Relations, Lagos State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, who was also the facilitator at the event, Mr. Abiola Fagunwa, took his time to enlighten those present at the conference on the nitty-gritty of public relations practice.
Nobody will give you a chance. I keep saying that to every PR I meet. You seize your opportunity. You seize the moment you have and you use it. Your guys are not supposed to give you instructions of the line of action on your job, especially one that you have control over. When you are doing your monitoring, it is important enough for you to flag it. It should be important enough for you to put a comment. Please, whenever you have a major issue, and the media would always put on our table major issues, just have in your store something comparative to what they are putting on the table for you to also put on the table. I know that the civil service thrive on committees. The day they tell you or you know they are having that event, do it before they ever think they are going to have that first meeting. When they get to the meeting, submit this document and say, this is the way this event should run, and be ready to take questions. And the more you write, the better your skills are. The more you run away from it, the lesser your ability to do it. So you must learn how to do good speeches. Go into the internet, be informed about the subject matter, and learn to do your gas speeches. Insist. But before you insist, be sure you are ready. And if anything that you have had here today is important to you, you will create an information bank. Something you can go back or fall back to so that you can have clear-cut information.
Public relations officers from the Ministry of Education and other relevant agencies present at the conference also shared their views while asking pertinent questions.
I think the emphasis here is that we should change our attitude to the job. He also said that we should be confident about it. And more importantly, we should make ourselves very indispensable. What is important is that before you explore the social media, you must be able to use the system. If you don't know how to use the system, how do you want to take advantage of the social media? I think if we address strictly to what he did say, will be better.
I would like to say a big thank you. You have really touched something in us. You said so many things that have affected me, that I've experienced, and I think it goes the same way with every other person in this hall. I want to say thank you very much for sharing the word of wisdom with us, and I think leaving this place, I'm very sure we will be leaving not as we have come.
In an interview with Education Report on TV, the facilitator, Mr. Abiola Fagunwa, made it known that every PR officer must understand the policies being implemented by the government in his or her sector.
Every public relations person must understand, one, the policies being implemented in that sector by government, since they are government public relations persons. Two, any successful public relations person must be versatile in terms of the sheer number of information that they have. The public relations person must above all be competent.
If we have to render media solutions effectively for the Ministry of Education and indeed the education community, we have to, in the main, work with the public relations officers or the heads of these units across the ministry, its departments and agencies. That's the reason why today we have requested for the kind approval of the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Olayinka Oladunjoye, and she has been very gracious in approving that we have this first annual conference for the public relations heads of the Ministry of Education, its departments and other agencies.
The first annual Education MDAs Public Relations Conference was indeed an eye-opener for those in attendance, as they are now better informed on how to carry out their duties of bridging the gap between the government and the people. General public, parents, guardians, head teachers, proprietors of primary schools are hereby informed that the forms for the Lagos State screening test for admission of primary 6 pupils into junior secondary schools JSS1 in model colleges and upgraded junior secondary schools with boarding facility for year 2015-2016 academic session is now on sale from Monday the 5th of January 2015 to Friday the 3rd of April 2015. Two versions of the test will be adopted for the year 2015 screening test. These are computer-based testing, CBT. This type of test is open to only about interested 20 to 30 candidates that will like to participate in this pilot program. Paper pencil testing, EPT. This is the usual pencil and computer answer sheet. Registration of candidates will be done through customized CD, which will be issued to candidates by the Lagos State Examinations Board on payment of 10,000 naira only per candidate, payable to any branch of the following approved bank: Fidelity Bank PLC, account number 5030000739, agency code 4280011, ref code 40200045, Thai Bank PLC, account number 17760624459, agency code 4280011, ref code 40200045, FCMB, account number 01355822205, agency code 4280011, and the ref code 40200045. The screening test is the only yardstick for admission of pupils into GSS1 in any of the model colleges and upgraded junior secondary school. The screening test is slated to hold on Saturday the 9th of May 2015 at the various designated centers across the state. For more information, please call 080-235-48336 or 080-285-18866, or you can visit our website www.lagosexamsboard.net or send a mail to examsboard@yahoo.com. Announcer, Lagos State Examinations.
This is to inform all head teachers and principals of public primary and secondary schools in Lagos State to kindly activate the recently issued official email address by following these steps. 1. Visit www.lagosschoolsonline.com. 2. Click on the log on to the web mail tab. 3. Enter your full email address. 4. Enter your issued password. 5. Change your issued password to enhance the security of your email address. For further enquiries, please call 080-3323-2771 or 081-8760-9231. Announcer, the Lagos State Ministry of Education.
Global Education Media presents Education Report on TV, the television program that promotes educational events and activities across the country for parents, students, practitioners in educational fields across categories, corporate organizations with products and services that appeal to the youths, government officials, particularly those saddled with the responsibility of managing education, and the general public. It also covers programs and activities in the educational sector, such as awards and opening ceremonies, school inter-house sports, collaborative engagement with NGOs, as well as corporate organizations, plus vocational and technical education, institution for people with special education needs, individual contribution towards the growth and development of education while celebrating success in the educational sector at all levels. Please contact 0803-323-2771 or 0812-120-1359. Education Report on TV, promoting excellence in education on television nationwide.